In this section, I wanted to read out a little bit about why are top investors betting big on companies before the event goes or hits the NASDAQ primary market. So NASDAQ private market becomes a suitable situation because there is a potential for higher returns. Valuation of startups can multiply significantly. They can go after publicly, just as it was explained. You can get a great return, and with that return, you can create even up to 30x. So it really depends on the stage that you wanted to do. But normally, like we talked about, IPOs have become an average of a 14-year process. The other thing is that we want to get access to high growth sectors and capital, including our own companies. By doing that, then we'll be able to create a dominated way to attract buyers, investors, institutional players, as it was explained to you. And then more importantly, getting the company ready for the riskier, less predictable market that is called IPO. But this process is relatively simple now because you are under a platform. It's trusted by leading institutions, by major investment organizations like Allen and Company and so forth, that they give that situation a relatively good value. But the guys that they have stayed with you, such as family, friends, the founders, and so forth, now they have an opportunity that in these private deals, they can create liquidity, not only for their loved ones that they have suffered. For example, I myself have done many financing of many startups as a serial entrepreneurs. Some of them they pan out, some of them they don't pan out. But at the same time, you need to liquidate and create an environment where you can manage all of these operations accordingly. Through all of our M&As, through our acquisitions, through buying private and public companies, we have done that. So at the same time, we are looking to create that competitive edge and deal access and give our investors an upside. Example of that will become what we call Meta Exchange .ai Incorporated, a company that we took from August 23rd, 2023 until today, that it's Nasdaq private market listed company and granting a opportunity for liquidity options in the private market for our stakeholders, along with the fact that we are attracting strategic investors into this organization, because this is extremely important to understand right now with the diversity that we are experiencing and with the fluctuation of this trade tariff that we are having in place. A lot of other APAC companies or European companies, they want to become a member of the US market and present their product without tariff. So building that subsidiary relationship and parent relationship gives the same operations in another part of the world through this M&A an opportunity to participate, create liquidity, and at the same time provide exit strategies and help the employees that they have a vested interest. So with that kind of a thing, the data due diligence, the data deck, all of this kind of thing is part of this journey. But this journey is good because it creates that transparency that most small businesses are not aware of what they need to do. So if they're doing about a $1 to $5 million, for example, these are a good candidate for roll-up acquisition into a holding company. But if they're doing 50 to 100 to $500 million, they're excellent candidates for NASDAQ private market. And obviously, if they're larger than that, then you have to sit down and talk to them on a transaction by transaction. But more importantly, one of the things that it does for us, it allows us as a US company to provide a service for the global competition for innovation. So in this kind of a room that we have invented ourselves, and we are creating this kind of an experience, totally subliminal to your experience, but at the same time, it gives us the ability to bring the next generation of leaders like yourself and entrepreneurs into this INVESTROOM AI. So we will be presenting a series of lectures, classes, educational materials that it will be helpful, that you can learn about it, apply to your well-being, and see how it can impact your personal lifestyle. And at the same time, the bottom line is top investors are always betting big on your success. Otherwise, they wouldn't invest. But at the same time, they need an exit strategy. So being a part of a pre-IPO stage company, it gives them the ability of liquidity or staying with you all the way through the journey that you want to take them. And this is ideal for LPs and partners and VC funds that they have already provided capital to those. So we are looking those as particular ways to bridge the InvestRoom AI as a prelude to the NASDAQ private market, help startup companies with the artificial intelligence, with human capital, with the know-how and experiences to position them in a way that they can successfully reach to their target audience without losing their focus. So in short, I want to thank you for the opportunity that you presented to us, and we look forward to seeing you in the next series of sessions that we will be featuring. And thank you again. Be safe. Ciao.